Plus, an Albuquerque businessman claims the evidence linking him to sex crimes against children must be thrown out. Good evening. He went from prominent business owner to suspected child rapist in one night.
All because of a mysterious 911 call that sent sheriff's deputies to his home. Now, Joseph Martinez claims that actions deputies took after responding to that call were wrong, and he should go free. News 13's Maria Medina is here with the story.
If convicted, Martinez faces almost 500 years in prison for sex crimes against a child and for making child porn. But he's trying to get out of that by asking the federal judge to throw out all the evidence found at his home.
April 14th, 2009, a static 911 call from Tendary Lane to Harris.
They tried to call it back and no one answered.
And there was no answer at the home, so Bernalillo County Sheriff's investigators say they entered through an unlocked door and searched the home.
And when we get there, we got to find out if there is an emergency or not. It's that simple.
They don't find anybody.
Instead, investigators say they found drugs as well as dozens of pictures and movies of Martinez performing sexual acts on a boy over the span of more than 10 years. A boy who later worked for Martinez, a co-owner of AccuStripe, a well-known company that paints parking lots. But now Martinez argues deputies violated his Fourth Amendment right, and he wants all evidence found in his home to be thrown out, saying investigators did not do a brief sweep looking for an emergency, they did a detailed search. Attorneys also argue deputies should have left after discovering no one was home.
These are high-priority calls.
But the undersheriff says deputies were just doing their job.
And once they're in that residence, if they discover illegal activity, then they also have an obligation to investigate that crime.
And that deputies did not need to do a detailed search because the evidence now being used against Martinez was all in plain view.
And this is something for the courts to decide, but what I want to point out is that we always have responded to 911 disconnects and hang-up calls. We'll continue to respond in the same manner, and as a result of that response, lives will be saved.
And Martinez also argues deputies should not have been in his home in the first place because they had no reason to believe anyone was hurt inside. Deputies say they only spent 5 minutes searching the 4,000-square-foot home. Incidentally, no one has ever determined who made the 911 call. Back to you.
All right, Maria. The hearing is scheduled for next Thursday in federal court.